Hi everyone, in today's session I am going to explain milling machine. The descriptions of today's presentation will be like this. We are going to learn principle of milling, types of milling machines, working of horizontal and vertical milling machines, milling processes like plane milling, end milling, slot milling, angular milling, form milling, straddle milling and gang milling. I am Professor Sudarshan ML, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Vivekananda College of Engineering and Technology, Puttur. Okay, what is milling? Definition says milling is a metal cutting operation in which the operating tool is a slow revolving cutter having cutting teeth formed on a periphery. You can see here two examples were given. In one case, horizontal rotating cutter is going to sweep the materials, and in other case, the vertical tool is removing the material from the outward. Then what is the difference between drilling and milling operation? In a drilling, a rotating drill is fed against a stationary workpiece, whereas in milling operation, the workpiece is fed against a milling cutter, which only revolves. Also, in other words, a milling machine is a power-operated machine tool in which the workpiece mounted on moving table is machined to various shapes when moved under a slow revolving cutter. When we are looking for any operations, first we have to know what is the principle of that machine. Here in milling operation, the workpieces mounted on the table can be fed either in the direction opposite to that of the rotating cutter or in the same direction of the cutter. That means cutter is continuously made to revolve in a particular axis, and underneath the work holding device which is holding the job supposed to move either in the same direction or in a opposite direction. By referring to these two conditions, one classification is made on milling operation, that is a conventional or up milling operation. The other one is called as a climb or a down milling operation. Now that picture represents up milling operation, whereas a cutter, rotating cutter, is affixed to spindle of the machine, and workpiece is affixed to work holding device. You can see that when you are feeding work against a rotating cutter, the material will be removed from minimum chip thickness to maximum chip thickness as shown in a figure. Here rotating cutter rotates in a clockwise direction, whereas workpiece is fed from left to right. That means you can see here vice means it is a work holding device. Solid jaw, it is holding the workpiece or a job firmly. Workpiece is given on metal blank. Then chip thickness, you can see the maximum chip will be removed, and workpiece advances against the rotating cutter. The only problem here is the work need to be held properly, otherwise during time of rotation of a cutter, the workpiece gets lifted up from its position. Now let us see what is a down milling operation. Down milling, here the rotating cutter rotates in one direction. The workpiece is also fed in the same direction. Here you can see clearly the tool is pushing workpiece down towards a work holding device, that is a vice. Chip thickness will be very minimum because it's supposed to cut maximum chip at the beginning, minimum chip at the end. In the previous case, that is a up milling process, it is a minimum to maximum cutting. In down milling process, maximum chip thickness to minimum chip thickness. So compared to up milling process, down milling is a slow operation, and most precise neat workpiece will be seen after cutting. Workpiece is fed in the same direction as that of the cutter tooth. Cutter enters from the top of the workpiece and removes the chip from the bottom while moving. And one more advantage here is during the cutting in a down milling operation, chip will be thrown outward out of the job. In the upmilling process, the chip will be thrown upside and it will be collected over the workpiece itself. So we need to clean that workpiece again and again. But down milling operation is a little slower operation compared to upmilling operation. Now let us see the comparison between upmilling and down milling operation. Workpiece is fed in the opposite direction of that cutter, that is in up milling operation, whereas in down milling operation, the both workpiece as well as cutter will be in a same direction. Now coming to chip thickness. Chips are progressively thicker in case of up milling operation. It will be thinner in case of a down milling operation. Now coming to vice fixture. Strong clamping is required in case of up milling operation. That much strong clamping is not necessary in case of a down milling operation. In up milling operation, since the material removal rate is very fast, poor surface finishes will be found later. Later we supposed to go with the grinding operation for getting clean surface. In case of a down milling operation, the process is happening in a very slow manner. So good surface finish will be got in a one stage. Now with respect to machine, what are the classification we have? First one is a plain or horizontal type of a milling machine, conventionally used. Next is a vertical milling machine, universal milling machine, planar type milling machine, profile cutting milling machine. After these 5 classifications, first 2 are very important, that are horizontal type as well as vertical milling machine. Okay, let us now look into horizontal milling machine components or parts. The main parts are column, arbor, saddle, spindle, knee and table. Table is here. You can also see some of the other components like vertical traverse handle, cross traverse handle and machine vise for fixing the workpiece. Arbor is holding cutting tool, arbor bracket, over arm for supporting this arbor, and inside this column it is holding all the kind of motors, electrical devices, everything. This is a horizontal milling machine available in the market. It is holding all the components in it. Even it has the cooling oil coolant. During time of process, a huge heat will be generated in some of the processes. So for cooling purposes, the coolant or lubricating oil will be supplied as per the requirement. Now let us glance over the plain milling working principle, how it is going to work, the construction details of a plain milling machine. It is as shown in the animation. You can see arbor. To the arbor, the cutter is fixed. The base is made up of cast iron. It acts as the foundation of the whole machine. The entire machine is structured with the help of a column. Column is the main supporting frame mounted vertically on the base. And you can see the column also houses all the driving mechanism for the spindle and the table feed. The table and spindle are as shown figure. It is also provided with the guideways to slide the knee up or down. You can see that part is a knee. The knee supports the saddle, table, workpiece and other clamping devices. The workpiece will be held in the jaws of vise. The knee slides up and down by elevating screw. The saddle is having a carriage. It is mounted on the guideways of the knee to support the and carry the table. The table. It has T-slots and accurately finished top surface to hold and clamp the workpiece. Overarm. It acts as a support for the arbor. Now, what is that arbor? An arbor is an extension of the machine spindle which is mounted with the milling cutter. Now by operating the saddle, handle as well as a cross slide, we can get the required depth of cut. It is located in the upper part of the column. Its front end is called as a nose. Now about the different movements possible over this horizontal milling machine. In a plain milling machine, the workpiece is placed on the table and the table may be fed in the longitudinal, cross and vertical directions. The table can be moved vertically by the knee elevating screw handle. Similarly, for crosswise feed, the table is moved by the saddle movement. Now aligning of workpiece with the jaws of a cutter is made. Then the workpiece is fed against the milling cutter by the table in the longitudinal movement. Now you can clearly see this is a up milling operation. By the high speed rotation, the cutting edges shears the workpiece in the form of small chips. Moving to vertical milling machine. So compared to horizontal milling machine, vertical milling machine is a little compact since it doesn't need any separate supporting component for supporting that arbor. So here no need to have that extra component, that is arbor. Directly the spindle itself going to hold the cutter in its end. The vertical milling head going to carry the motor and all electrical components in it, and the column part going to support and it going to connect it to base. Elevating screw is required for raising the table height. Then knee will be there, and saddle you can see just like a horizontal milling machine. Then comes a table over which we are keeping the vise for holding the workpiece. The actual vertical milling machine is going to be like this, and as I said earlier, it is compact, economical compared to horizontal milling machine. Now we are looking into horizontal milling machine as well as a vertical milling machine's differences. In horizontal milling machine, spindle is horizontal and in the same plane of the work table. In case of a vertical milling machine, spindle is vertical and it is perpendicular to work table. Second one, the milling cutter can rotate about its own axis. Whereas in vertical milling machine, the milling cutter can be moved up and down along the vertical axis. That is a big advantage. Why? In horizontal milling machine, every time we supposed to lift or move work table against a milling cutter since its height is fixed. So whereas in a vertical milling machine, we can raise the tool axis also. That is a best advantage we have with the vertical milling machine. Third one, the cutter is mounted on an arbor supported by the overarm. In case of a vertical milling machine, it is directly fixed to spindle. Fourth one, the spindle can only rotate about its own axis and no tilting is possible. In case of a vertical milling machine, the spindle can be tilted to the left or to the right for specific application. So no need to move only table. We have a flexibility with the tool also, tool positioning. Horizontal milling machine, the operations that can be done are gear teeth cutting, plane milling, straddle milling, gang milling, form milling, etc. Whereas in case of a vertical milling machine, operations possible are slot milling, T-slot milling, angular milling, keyway milling, end milling, etc. In addition, it can also do drilling, boring, reaming operations. Let us see what are the milling operations are there. Plane milling, end milling, slot milling, angular milling, form milling, straddle milling, gang milling. These are some of the basic important processes which can be done in a milling machine. Plane milling, it is also termed as a slab milling process. used to mill flat surfaces of workpieces in such a way that the milling cutter axis is parallel to the surface that is being milled. In the figure we can see the milling arbor, which is holding the slab milling or a plane milling cutter. On its periphery it is going to have the cutting tooth, and when the arbor rotates, by shearing the material, the metal will be removed in the form of a small metal chips. The milling spindle going to drive this arbor, and along with that the cutter going to rotate in a proper speed. The workpiece will be held firmly in the jaws of that vise, and the vise is fixed firmly to work table. This operation is carried usually in a horizontal milling machine. The vertical milling machine cannot do the plane milling operation. For having that plane milling operation, separator tool is required for vertical milling machine. In plane milling, the surface of the workpiece is parallel to the table surface as shown in figure. Second one, that is end milling or a slot milling operation. In this process of milling, that is used to mill slots, pockets and keyways in such a way that the axis of the milling cutter is perpendicular to the surface of the workpiece. A typical end milling operation is shown in figures. You can see that in one case only one slot is made. It is usually called as a shoulder, or in other case one keyway is made. By placing a key over that keyway, you can lock the rotating part over this spindle. This is by slot milling operation. The advantage of end milling operation is that we can achieve depth of cut of nearly half the diameter of the milling. That means it is easy to make this slot by this method. For making this end milling or slot milling machine, we are supposed to go with the vertical milling machine. Now, how to perform same slot milling operation by horizontal milling machine? See, we need to have the cutter connected to arbor of a spindle of horizontal milling machine, and we need to rotate it in a proper direction. It is also a process of milling for making slots over the workpiece using a slot drill, which is having a capacity to cut into solid material. Slot drill is used majorly in cases where it takes a lot of time to pre-drill a hole for an end mill, and there is not enough room for the end mill to plunge using a helical motion. So it is an easy way of cutting a slot over a workpiece. Angular milling. Here angular milling cutter is used as shown in figure for making dovetail, that means a locking fittings, where we can see one V grooves which is eccentric in nature and easily for fixing two workpieces together in the form of a lock. For making dovetail grooves, chamfers and serrations, this type of angular milling is used. Angular milling is a milling operation used to mill flat surfaces that are neither parallel nor perpendicular to the milling cutter axis. Form milling. It is a milling process used to machine special forms or contours consisting of curves or straight lines by using a special form mill cutter, which are shaped exactly to the contour that is to be form milled. Or we can even have, see, half circle, then a cut vertical 90 degree, such that it is meant for certain purpose. So special cutting operations are only possible by horizontal form milling machine. Straddle milling. Here two cutters were used. They were separated by means of a separator. What is necessity? See, at a time we can perform operation on both the sides, and which are of same dimensions, So it is going to reduce the overall production time. It is a milling operation that is used to machine two or more parallel vertical surfaces at a single time by mounting two side milling cutters on the same standard milling arbor separated by calculated spacing. You can see clearly here two parallel surfaces were generated for a workpiece, and that also done in a very effective, accurate manner. Gang milling. What is the difference between straddle and gang milling? In a straddle, we had two cutters. In gang milling, we will have multiple cutters with different dimensions. That means over a single job or a workpiece, if we want to perform various different tasks, we are supposed to go with the gang milling operation, where one will be one cutting tool, then we are going to have a facing tool, then one more cutting tool, or we can even have a forming tool. All together, gang milling going to form or make contours together in a single time over a workpiece. That is the advantage of a gang milling operation. But this operation is supposed to be carried out very slowly, such that no damage will be incurred to machine or to workpiece. Since a huge resistive force is incurred during time of cutting due to shear force. Now let us look into milling operations. First comes plane milling operation. Here the rotating cutter tool and that is plane cutting tool against workpiece. The cutting process is done. In plane milling are used for machining flat and horizontal surfaces. The material removal will be in form of chips. This plane milling operation can be otherwise called as a slab milling for making a flat surface over the workpiece. According to the relative moment between the table and the workpiece, the plane milling of machine can be classified as up milling and down milling, as said earlier. In up milling operation, the workpiece is moved against the rotating cutter direction. You can see that the material removal will be maximum, and it is very fast operation too. In a down milling operation, in up milling operation, the material is removed in the form of removed by the resultant force. In a down milling operation, the cutter tool direction and feed direction will be same. Such that the removed chips will be removed outside, and in down milling, the resultant force presses the workpiece against the base. The cutter with the high rake angle can be used for down milling operation. So high precise neat operation is formed. In face milling, the tool axis is orthogonal to the surface to be generated, but the tool does not cut with its face, as the name of the method indicates. Initially, the peripheral cutting edges removes the metal, and finally the cutting edges acts as a secondary cutting edges, face cutting edges. So slab is formed. Now coming to straddle milling. The multiple cutters were used. They were positioned as per our requirement. You can see how working is happening. Simultaneously, contour will be cut. So it is going to minimize the working time. So production will be very fast. The distance between the cutter is adjusted by the spacers, and gang milling. Here same as straddle, but different variety, different sized cutters were used. simultaneously together. The gang milling is operation of machining several surfaces of a workpiece simultaneously by feeding the table against a number of milling cutters. Now about the specification, this method saves much machining time, and in gang milling, the cutter speed is calculated from the cutters of largest diameter. That is the main specification to be used in a gang milling. Now coming to form milling. The form milling is operation of producing irregular contours by using form cutter. You can see that in the maximum case we are going with the convex milling, so that smooth surface will be formed after cutting. Now coming to end milling operation, this is performed in a vertical milling machine. End milling cutter will be used. For feeding, workpiece will be kept, and from the periphery of the workpiece, the material will be removed in the form of fine chips. Due to this, a flat surface is obtained on the side of the workpiece. End milling can be performed in a vertically, horizontally, or at an angle in a reference to the table. Angular milling. Angular milling cutter will be used, and workpiece will be kept horizontally over the work table. The moment the cutter starts rotating, it is going to make the contour as per the angle. For producing a guideways, this angular groove will be helpful. Okay, T-slot milling. In a vertical milling machine, it is performed T-slot. Initially, workpiece cutter is fixed to the spindle of the machine, and T-slot in a T-slot milling operation, first a plain slot is cut on the workpiece. Then the T-slot milling cutter is fed. Let us look into specifications of a milling machine. What are the specifications? See, whenever we want to have a machine, we need to look into some of the factors, like how to place this machine, where to place this machine, what is the work limit of this machine, and to what capacity this machine can be worked. So following specifications were mentioned, that is a clamping area, longitudinal movement, transverse movement, vertical movement, speed, power of the milling spindle, power of the feed motor. Now clamping area, it is the area on the work table where the targeted jobs are to be clamped to the table. They are expressed as a length x, width of the table. So as you look into the sketch, we can clearly see x indicates clamping area. Longitudinal movement, it is a distance along the x-axis by which the table along with the job moves longitudinally. This is also expressed in a millimeter. Now transverse movement, third one is a transverse movement. It is a distance along y-axis by which the table travels in the transverse direction, expressed in a millimeter. Vertical movement, this is a distance vertically along the x-axis by which the spindle travels. It is expressed in a millimeter. Speed, this is a speed of the spindle rotation, expressed in a RPM, revolution per minute. Power of the milling spindle motor, this is the power capacity of the motor of the spindle expressed in kilowatt. This both it indicates both the consumption rate as well as working rate. Then coming to last one, that is the power of a feed motor. This is the power capacity of the feed motor expressed in kilowatt. While we are operating the cutter, this feed motor performs a major role. Okay, in today's presentation, we have studied milling of principle, machine classifications, milling operations, and finally specifications of milling machine. Thank you one and all.